All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are tearing down the old way of thinking about SEO. Because if you believe it's still just about chasing down individual keywords, well, you're playing a game that's already over. It's time to talk about the new blueprint for building real, lasting authority. So, does this sound familiar? Your team is just pumping out articles, right? You're targeting all the keywords you're supposed to, but you just can't seem to break through. You're stuck on page 2, that digital no man's land, watching your competitors just zoom past you. You know what? There's a very, very specific reason for that. And here's the hard truth. That old playbook, the one that says make one article for every single keyword variation, it's not just broken, it's actually working against you. It's sabotaging your own hard work. Let's unpack exactly why. Okay, so let's really dig into this broken playbook. The big problem here isn't just that it's, inefficient. It's that it's actively creating a huge technical problem that undermines everything you're trying to do. And this right here is the culprit. It's called keyword cannibalization. You see, when you have dozens of articles that are all kind of similar, you're forcing Google to guess which one is the real authority. And what happens? It just throws its hands up, hedges its bets, and none of your pages rank as high as they could. You are literally splitting your own strength. So how did we even get here? Why did the old model suddenly break? Well, it's pretty simple, actually. The game changed because the referee, the search engine itself, got a whole lot smarter. We're talking about a massive, AI-powered evolution. And you can see the whole story right here. We went from basic keyword matching, just finding words on a page, to AIs that actually understand context and the meaning behind the words. And now we are deep in the era of answer engines. And getting your head around this shift is absolutely crucial. Think about it this way. A search engine isn't a digital librarian anymore, just pointing you to a list of books. No, it's become this incredibly smart answer engine that pulls together information from the very best sources to give you a direct, synthesized answer. Your single, lonely blog post just doesn't stand a chance in this new world. So if the old way is broken, what's the fix? Well, it's not a tweak. It's a total reinvention of how we build content. It's called the topic cluster model. And this, right here, is the new blueprint. So what is it exactly? Well, imagine you're shifting from having a disorganized pile of individual books to building a perfectly structured, interconnected library. Everything revolves around one core topic, proving your expertise from every single angle imaginable. And, the model is actually pretty simple when you break it down. It's got 3 core parts. First, you've got your pillar page. That's the big, definitive hub. Then, you've got your cluster content. These are all the deep dive articles, the spokes. And finally, you have the internal links. And this is the glue, the critical part that holds it all together and signals to search engines that, hey, we've built something really comprehensive here. And look, this table just lays it all out, plain and simple. On the left, you've got that old, fragmented approach. It's focused on single keywords, it creates a messy user experience, and it's a huge business risk. But on the right, you've got a comprehensive, interconnected network that builds real authority. It is a total strategic game changer. Okay, this all sounds fantastic from an SEO nerd's perspective, right? But what does it actually mean for the business? Let's talk about the results, the measurable outcomes that the people holding the purse strings really care about. The payoff really comes in 3 key flavors. First, you get explosive visibility. We're talking exponential growth, not just step by step. Second, you get a stream of high-quality traffic, people who are actually interested in what you do. And third, you build defensible authority, an asset that is so hard for your competitors to copy. And why does it work so well? It's because of this amazing rising tide effect. When one page in your cluster starts to rank, it lifts up all the others with it. This model attracts people no matter where they are in their buying process, and it becomes this powerful magnet for high-quality backlinks, creating this awesome virtuous cycle of authority. And if you're thinking, okay, but does this actually work in the real world? Well, just look at this. This case study from Viral Loops, a single well-built topic cluster started ranking for over 1,100 organic keywords. 1,100. That is the incredible power of consolidating your expertise instead of scattering it to the wind. Okay, so you're on board, the theory makes sense, the results are there, but how do you actually build one of these things? Don't worry, we've got you. Here is a clear 5-step action plan to get you started. Here it is, your 5-step playbook. Now, listen up, because step one is the big one. It's the real mindset shift. You have to start with customer problems, not with a keyword tool. From there, you map out all the related questions, you audit what you already have, you build out the cluster with really disciplined linking, and finally, you measure its performance as one single strategic asset. I absolutely love this quote because it just frames the whole choice perfectly. See, chasing keywords makes you a renter. You're just paying month to month, subject to the whims of every little algorithm change. But building a topic cluster, that means you're building an asset. You are building your own kingdom that you own and control. So that brings us to the final and I think most important question for you and your team. I want you to take a really hard look at your content. Are you just renting space online, hoping for the best? Or are you strategically building a lasting, defensible kingdom that's going to drive growth for years to come? The choice is yours.